Hey guys, this is Madison Dweller from Scotchmouth, and I kind of just wanted to recap everyone and give my point of view on the events that happened during my first tour, probably my most disastrous tour that I'm ever gonna have. But it was also the fun of the tour and the amazingness of it. I didn't really hate it, but there was so much behind the scenes that you guys don't know about, and there's so much things that happened in between. I borderline lost my mind during this tour, so I thought I would give you like behind the scenes finally of what happened in Never Ending Shit Show. This tour was named after my point of view on the situation I was going through. The Never Ending Shit Show took place right when I quit my job for the first time. I lost my girlfriend. I started this battle with the government for my medicine for my disorder because they decided to pull it out of all times. And during the initial week of that happening, I got my medicine took away, my special food took away, my security checks took away, and I was in a tight corner for a while, so I named the tour the Never Ending Shit Show. And I originally started this tour, and I didn't tell anyone the reason why, but I started this tour to keep myself busy so I didn't get too depressed and out of it, because I was going through so much shit I couldn't process through it. The first show took place in my bedroom. Me and Connor decided that initiating week, let's just do a show right there, right fucking now here in like 2 weeks. Alright, cool, stop texting me, dude. My bad, that was Connor telling me he was over. But either way, it took place in the bedroom, and we only had a small crowd, like 7 people. And by the way, sorry Connor, I didn't mean to sound like a dick. But we like set everything up. We had the bedroom lights outlining a stage, and instead of futon, it was just floor and carpet. And it was an acoustic show, but with a guest performance of bass from me. And at first, we didn't think it was going to get much traction. We didn't think we were going to get much people, but like 5 to 6 people said that they were going to that show that night. And well, we geeked out. We fucking exploded. I was like, dude, this actually happened. Like, there's going to be people in our bedroom listening to our music. And I live with my dad. I'm not ashamed to even admit that. And my dad wasn't really with the whole bedroom performance at first because he thought it was going to be really loud, rambunctious, I guess at the time he didn't know it was going to be specifically an acoustic set. So he thought that people were going to be like up there stomping around and shit. And I was like, nah, it's just going to be a wholesome little acoustic set while people just hang out. And it went okay. It wasn't the greatest outcome that we possibly could have gotten, but it was definitely a good feat into the door. Because not even long after that, we got invited to play for a friend's birthday, but that was later down the road. But we also had invitation to play at the Indie on Main in Kaiser. I worked in theater for the longest time, and I was in a production of Rocky Horror. I played Rocky, and I worked at the Indie Theater, and this was before my band was starting up. I was in another band that wasn't going so well. And I wanted to use that venue to perform, so I asked him, and he said, as long as you got your shit together, you can do whatever you want up here, whenever you want. I'll book you. So we booked Scotchmouth for a performance. Now around this time, the situation got way more serious with my medicine to the point where I felt like I was basically just counting down the days to where I'm going to die. And that was the whole mentality I had throughout the whole tour. I performed like it was going to be my last performance every time to make sure I made a really good not like impersonation, but imprint in my music. I used being constantly sustained in line as fuel for the music. I made a bunch of my best songs that way. The second show, we get up to Kaiser, and there's not much people, like maybe like 5, 6, 7, 8, a little bit more than the bedroom show. They all went nuts. They loved it. There was not one bad comment we got that night, I'm pretty sure, if I can remember correctly. And apparently my emotions were everywhere during that show. Like, people said that they felt the passion and me and Connor's delivery and shit. And, the only thing going through my head at the time up on stage is like, fuck this shit. Dude, fuck the shit I had to go through. Right now, I just need to focus on the music. And when you're up there on stage, bills don't matter. Family don't matter. people getting on your nerves don't matter. Nothing exists around you but the music. So I used that as kind of like ammunition to keep myself alive throughout this 4-month period. After the indie concert, things starting to pick up. We started recording songs, and we started getting a lot more, and I started to learn guitar, which is also a really important step within this tour. I am going to break down this little explanation in 3 parts, so this is the first part explaining the first 2 shows. I'll explain the other ones later. But at the end of that show at Kaiser, we were interviewed, and I met a dude named Kyle, and he is an amazing guy. He's a really great fan of our music, and he was battling with social services as well. So he understood the situation when Strain Till Collapse debuted on stage. It was an instant connection with someone, and I'm really glad that I wasn't completely alone in this situation. I was like, well, at least someone knows what I'm doing, you know what I mean? And we all went home, and it was me and the friends. We were all packed in my dad's van. Well, it wasn't a van, it was a Mariner. It's like a Jeep, but it's not like a Jeep. It's like, you know what I mean. But there was too much people in there. I had to sit on my friends. But what we didn't know is that there was a cop waiting right outside the Martins on the way out of Kaiser. And we got pulled over. And they're like, you know why I pulled you over? And it wasn't really for the people either. We got caught about that after. First, we made an illegal U-turn by accident. That was just our bad. But then he saw that there was more people piling up. And I was like, well, we're fucked. We're really fucked. By the way, if my phone's vibrating multiple times for this video, I'm really sorry. I hope it's not cutting off the talking. A lot of people like to blow up my phone, and I really fucking hate it. The only people I officially allowed to blow up my phone and don't hate is, like, Connor and Julian. But, what I was saying was we got pulled over, and it was very fucking intense because John was in the front seat, my friend John, and he was like, man, this is bullshit, and we're all just like, dude, be quiet. Like, we can't risk to be locked up in Kaiser all night. So they're like, well, we can't have you all riding back like this, so what are we gonna do? And I was like, well, one of us could get out of the car and wait in Kaiser while someone takes my friends home. So me and my friend Damon had to sit in the Kaiser police station for about an hour waiting for my dad to come back to get us so we can all sneak in and we can try to coast through Cumberland. I had to lay completely low on my friend's knees to get back home. It was a fun time. It was a really fun time. And that's what happened the first 2 shows, really. I got some footage on my camera. I might pull it up into a music video or something, or I might even make a documentary on it because I got a lot of lost footage. But I'll tell you about the next few upcoming shows after I charge my phone a bit and make sure no one's going to be texting through these, because I wanted to give a strict, solid point of view of how this tour went in my eyes.